The hot and dry conditions forecast for this week may be celebrated by beachgoers, but many of the state's farmers will be sweating over the likelihood of bushfires. Farmers say they've been left high and dry because of a lack of hazard reduction burns on neighbouring public land. To add to their concerns, they fear they won't have a legal leg to stand on if their properties are destroyed by fire.
Native and plantation timber cover about a third of David Gatenby's property. The Northern Midlands farm is bordered by state-owned land, which hasn't seen a fuel reduction burn in about 15 years.
It's always been a huge concern to me that management hasn't been evident since that period of time.
David Gatenby says the trees should help fund his retirement, provided they're not lost in a bushfire.
So we live in fear of that mountain going up in smoke.
If it did happen, he'd face a difficult legal battle to sue the government for his losses.
You can't simply say the state government's going to be liable.
Legal experts say it would be hard for a farmer to successfully sue the government if their property was destroyed because of a lack of burn-offs on state land.
If that farmer was going to sue, he or she would first have to establish, I would assume by expert evidence, that the fire has come from an area where a fire hazard reduction burn should have been carried out.
Proving that would be costly.
Farmers don't have that sort of resource.
The rural sector says the Tasmanian government must take more responsibility for its land.
There seems to be an unwillingness to commit within government ranks to actually managing fire risk through control burns, and that's not acceptable.
It's a bit rich if we're expected to stand up to the plate and take on our responsibilities and the government doesn't stand up to theirs.
The government's blamed a wet spring for hampering burn-offs on state land. Selina Bryan, ABC News.